Before we start, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. You do not want to miss what comes next. Tonight's story is not science fiction. This is a true story happening right now. Elon Musk, the richest man on Earth, is no longer focused only on rockets, cars, and brain implants. He has turned his attention to Europe. His words are shaking parliaments. His posts are moving markets. His endorsements are boosting parties once thought too extreme for mainstream politics. Millions watch every message he posts and governments scramble to respond. Each thread, each poll, each live stream feels like a warning shot. And Musk's next move might not just change the conversation, it might change the future of the entire continent. In 2024, Musk shocked the world by helping Donald Trump return to the White House. Through X, his posts reached hundreds of millions. His memes mocked opponents. His polls set the news agenda. His late-night threads read like campaign speeches. Every post turned into a headline. Every reply sparked a storm. X became a battlefield and Musk was commanding the fight. But when the election ended, Musk didn't slow down. He turned his attention overseas. To Europe. Suddenly the stakes got higher. This wasn't just about one country anymore. This was about an entire continent. He began posting about immigration, crime, and collapsing economies almost daily. He shared reports of migrant-related incidents, tagging European leaders. He warned that Western civilization was at risk of falling apart. His posts weren't neutral, they called for action. He praised politicians demanding mass deportations and border crackdowns. His language grew sharper, more urgent. And then came the endorsements that no one expected. In Germany, Musk publicly backed Alternative für Deutschland, or AfD, a party long accused of extremism. He warned that Germany was on the brink of collapse unless AfD took power, turning what had been a fringe warning into front-page news. AfD's polling numbers jumped within days. Party leaders praised Musk, calling him a truth-teller. His posts became instant talking points on German TV. In the UK, Musk went even further, boosting Tommy Robinson, one of the most polarizing figures in British politics. Robinson's follower count exploded. His videos, once limited to niche circles, were suddenly trending across X. His rallies, which had been shrinking, were suddenly full again. Journalists rushed to cover the comeback, asking whether Musk had single-handedly revived a political movement. This was not a quiet endorsement. Musk's platform X became the loudspeaker for Europe's populist surge. Hashtags calling for deportations and tougher border controls went viral overnight. Videos of crimes, protests, and speeches were amplified to millions. Even neutral posts about European politics now came with a wave of replies demanding change. And Europe's leaders began to panic. Cabinet meetings ran late into the night. Security services issued warnings about rising tensions. Some officials called Musk a destabilizing force. Others urged caution, afraid that direct confrontation would only make him louder. Musk didn't stop at endorsements. He attacked European leaders by name. He called UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer an evil tyrant. He accused German Chancellor Olaf Scholz of betraying his people. He warned that European governments were failing their citizens, that collapse was near. Every post created a storm. Thousands of replies. Millions of shares. TV hosts debated Musk's words for hours. But then came something strange. A set of posts that seemed out of place. One night, Musk posted a poll asking if Europe should suspend its parliaments until the crisis is over. Minutes later, the post vanished. Screenshots spread everywhere. Some claimed it was fake. Others swore they saw it live. And then a second post appeared, this time warning that hidden actors were manipulating European politics. Who were they? Musk never said. Musk then shifted the conversation to deregulation. He argued that Europe's mountain of rules was killing innovation and strangling progress. In late-night posts, he demanded faster approvals for Tesla gigafactories, looser labor rules to speed up hiring, and fewer restrictions on artificial intelligence research. He called the EU's bureaucracy a slow-motion death trap for progress. Supporters cheered. Tech founders across Europe echoed his words, saying Musk was the only one brave enough to challenge Brussels. Investors called it a vision for the future. Shares of European tech firms spiked as speculation grew about a regulatory shakeup. But critics sounded the alarm. They warned that Musk wasn't just promoting free markets. He was rewriting the rules to favor his empire. Tesla's factories would face fewer environmental checks. Starlink launches would bypass some space safety reviews. Neuralink trials could move forward with less medical oversight. To some, this looked less like reform and more like takeover. And then came the first leaked memo. A document appeared online, allegedly from Musk's team. It detailed a lobbying plan for Europe, targeted media campaigns, direct outreach to AfD officials, and pressure on regulators to speed up approvals. It even listed which EU committees to influence aggressively. Musk denied authoring the memo, but the timing was explosive, dropping just days before a key EU vote on new AI safety rules. A whistleblower stepped forward with explosive claims. He said Musk's inner circle had already drafted a strategy to lobby European governments directly. The leaked memo was detailed and precise. It mentioned AfD by name, outlined plans to push immigration stories to the top of X's trending page, and even listed specific journalists to pressure or sideline. The document read less like a suggestion and more like a battle plan. Musk responded within hours, calling the memo fake. He said it was part of a smear campaign designed to silence him. But 2 weeks later, the situation escalated. Investigative reporters released audio from a private call between Musk and top German party leaders. On the call, they discussed funding, strategy, and what Musk called accelerating change before 2027, a reference to Germany's next federal election. The recording sent shockwaves through European politics. At this point, European leaders had had enough. In London, Keir Starmer stood at a podium, his face grim, and called Musk a direct threat to democracy. In Berlin, Olaf Scholz labeled him a foreign agitator, meddling in Germany's future. Within days, the European Parliament announced a formal inquiry into Musk's influence campaign. Lawmakers demanded internal X data, subpoenaed witnesses, and threatened fines if Musk refused to cooperate. The story dominated headlines. Markets wobbled. Protests broke out in several capitals, some in support of Musk, others demanding he be banned from Europe altogether. What had started as a series of provocative posts had now escalated into a full-blown political confrontation. Analysts started digging into the data behind X's trending topics and made a startling discovery. Many of the most viral posts about immigration, crime, and European politics weren't coming from Musk's account at all. They were being amplified by hundreds of anonymous accounts that had all been created within a short window, sometimes just hours apart. These accounts behaved strangely. They posted identical messages, word for word, often within seconds of each other. Some replied to Musk's posts at the exact same time, creating the appearance of massive grassroots support. Investigators traced their profile pictures and found many were AI-generated faces, perfectly symmetrical with no digital footprint anywhere else on the internet. Digital forensics experts said this pattern didn't look organic. It looked like a coordinated network designed to manipulate the conversation. Some experts even suggested the accounts were running on automation, using hidden tools to flood X with engagement and push certain narratives to the top of the feed. When Musk was asked directly, he denied any involvement, saying he had no interest in running bot farms. But critics weren't convinced. They pointed out that these accounts were being recommended by X's own algorithm, an algorithm Musk had personally rewritten to prioritize what he called free speech engagement. That raised a chilling question. Was Musk secretly running a propaganda network to shift European politics? Or was someone using his own platform to frame him and force him into a political war he didn't start? Late one night, a former ex-engineer broke his silence. He contacted several investigative journalists and claimed to have hard evidence about where the viral posts were coming from. Not from Berlin. Not from London. The server logs showed something far more shocking. Most of the activity was traced back to data centers in California, just miles from X's headquarters. This changed everything. If true, it meant someone inside X, or with high-level access to its systems, had been controlling the network directly. The engineer revealed that there were secret internal tools capable of mass-posting content in a way that appeared completely natural. The posts could mimic human timing, randomize phrasing, and even fake engagement patterns so they looked organic to outside observers. He said these tools were meant for stress testing X's recommendation algorithm, but they were powerful enough to make any topic trend globally in minutes. In the wrong hands, they could sway elections, manipulate markets, or create panic overnight. Suddenly, the question changed. Was Musk really trying to sway European politics? Or was someone inside his own company using X to push him into a corner, forcing him to own the chaos whether he wanted to or not? Reporters began digging into who still had access to those tools. Former employees started whispering about power struggles inside X, disagreements over moderation policy, and secret Slack channels where strategy was being discussed. What was once a simple story about one man's tweets had now become a thriller about corporate sabotage and hidden operators working behind the scenes. Tonight, Europe is on edge. AfD's polling numbers are climbing higher than ever. UK protests have turned into nightly confrontations, some spilling into violence. Governments across the continent are holding emergency meetings behind closed doors. Security chiefs are warning of social unrest if the chaos continues. News networks are running wall-to-wall coverage, and every headline asks the same question: what will Musk do next? Musk has promised a global live stream to tell the full truth. The announcement alone sent markets swinging and drew millions of viewers to set reminders. His cryptic post simply read, "They wanted war. They will get answers." The world is holding its breath. What will he reveal? Will he admit to secretly running a covert influence campaign across Europe? Or will he turn the spotlight on someone else entirely? Will he name the engineers allegedly behind the viral network? Will he confirm the existence of secret X tools that can push topics worldwide in seconds? And most chilling of all, who inside X has been pulling the strings? Was this sabotage from a rogue team, a silent boardroom coup, or something even bigger? Whispers are already circulating about leaked internal chats from Musk's closest advisors, shocking names tied to the operation, and an unexpected country, not the US, not Germany, that is suddenly emerging as a key player in this shadow war. Part 2 will reveal everything: the internal messages, the betrayals, and the moment Musk confronts the truth live in front of the world. The twist that's coming will change how you see this entire story. Subscribe now because you will not want to miss what happens next. Subscribe now so you don't miss part 2. You will not believe the next chapter.